Hey cruising crew, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Alexis, and in today we're diving into the ultimate showdown. I'm ranking the best cruise ship classes out there. From mega monsters like Icon class to sleek luxury vibes like Celebrity Edge class, I'm spilling the tea on what makes each one epic and revealing my favorite class of all time. Will it be the biggest, the bougiest, or a total wild card? Stick around, hit that subscribe button, and let's just get into it. Okay, let's start off with Royal Caribbean. So Royal Caribbean has several different classes of ships, and I have been very fortunate enough to sail on most of them. And so based off of the ones that I haven't sailed on, that's what I'm going to rank the least. So let's start off with the Vision and Radiance class. I'm putting them together because I have never sailed on either of this class of ship. These are older, smaller ships, but they do offer great destinations. And I think that everything that I've heard from reviews online, that you can still find a great cruise on these ships. So next you have the Voyager class ship and the Freedom class ships. And the reason why I am putting these two together is because they're kind of the same thing. So there's 5 ships in this total of class, and I have been fortunate enough to go on Navigator of the Seas, which is one of my all-time favorite cruise ships. And this is because I love the simplicity of this layout. You have the Royal Promenade in the middle of the ship, and I think this layout is so easy to remember. I think it's easier for people. It's less overwhelming than, say, the mega ships that I'm going to mention in a little bit. And so I really like this class of ship. I like this class of ship also because since it's not so big, it can go to really cool destinations. And that is why I have been able to take this ship in particular to Europe. I did transatlantic and I was able to go to some really fun ports. So that's why I think next, that's when I'm ranking this. My next up on the rankings is going to be the Quantum class of ships. So this has 5 different ships all over the world. And I really like this class of ship because the layout is completely different than any other class ship. I really like how different and unique it is. I will say, however, it's not my favorite though, just because it's different and sometimes it's like kind of frustrating that I get lost or this and that. But I really like the Seaplex located on these types of ships. These ships also offer iFly, which is indoor skydiving on a cruise ship. Like, you can't get better than that. These ships also offer a thing called the Star, the North Star, which is basically a bubble where you can pay more for, and you get to go up on top of the ship. I recommend doing this in port or at sunset. I also really like that this offers the music hall because some cruise ships from Royal don't offer the music hall. And I feel like on the Quantum class ships, it's actually a really great use and a great add-on. And I really like it. Okay, next up, I am going to go with Oasis class ships. So I have been on every single Oasis class ship except for Wonder of the Seas. And this is my ultimate favorite class of ship just because there's so much to do, so much variety. And if you take the longer cruises, then you have more time to try everything out. I recommend, if you can, going on a back-to-back sailing usually on these mega class ships, because one sailing usually isn't enough to try everything. So if you have a back-to-back, you can get everything in. I really like all the food options, the bar options, and all the endless activities that Oasis class ships have to offer. So it's definitely my favorite. Next up is the Icon class ship. So this is Icon, and now coming out is Star of the Seas. And so I'm ranking this at my number 1 because I think it's going to be amazing. And the reason why I say I think is because I haven't even gone on Icon of the Seas. But I see so much potential in it being my favorite. It has everything that the mega ships have plus more. So I think that I am going to be blown away with the Icon class ship, and I can't wait to try it. Icon of the Seas has stuff like a water park on board. It has so many activities. I'm excited for all the different dining options that all the other ships don't have. And yeah, I'm just so excited for all the things. I'm excited for an indoor aquadome and all the shows that come with it. Next, let's get into celebrity cruise ships. So I really love cruising with celebrity. I think it's different from royal because it's just a step up of elegance. It's less kids, so it's less family friendly. However, it is still family friendly. They still have stuff for kids on these ships, but the level of beauty and modernness is what really fills me for celebrity. Let's start off with the Millennium class ships. So I have actually only sailed on one ship in this class, and that was the Celebrity Infinity. And this is, I think, the smallest cruise ship I've ever cruised on, and I did it through the Panama Canal, which is why it had to be small. And even though it was small, I had such a great time. I thought the ship was absolutely lovely. Like, it didn't feel so small. And the reason why I like this class of ship is, again, because these smaller ships, yeah, they're older, but they can go to all different kinds of ports all around the world that those mega ships cannot go on. So my next two class of ships that I'm mentioning, I'm ranking now only because, again, I have not tried these classes of ships. However, I do hope to do so one day. So Celebrity has their own Galapagos vessels that just go to Galapagos Islands, and I have seen that these are just luxurious types of ships. And so I hope that one day that I can go. And of course, it's really unique because they just go to Galapagos, which is a bucket list destination. Also, Celebrity is now coming out with river cruising in Europe. And I'm so excited for this. I've never been on a river cruise in general. And I think that I will definitely have to try out a Celebrity river cruise, mainly because I know the brand, I love Celebrity, and yeah, I'm really excited to see how these river cruises come out, how the ships are. So when they do, I hope that I can book one and give you guys a review. Next on the rankings is the SOLTICE class ship. So I have probably sailed on this class of ship with Celebrity the most. I have sailed all over the world because, yet again, this ship is bigger than the other class ships, but it's not as big as to where they can't fit in certain ports. I've taken Solstice class ships to Iceland, all around Europe. It's just such a great ship. I love this Solstice class so much that I even got married on one of the ships. I got married on the Eclipse, and it was a beautiful ship to do it on. I absolutely love everything about the ship. It's so classy. It's just the right size to where it's big, but not too big. And there's still enough activities to do during the day. I love this class of ship for the lawn club. Even though I don't spend as much time as I should up there, it's just such a great place to be when you're on the ship, especially if you're in great weather. It's nice to sit up there. You can even tan up there, take a good book to read, hang out with friends. It's such a great spot, and I think the lawn club is what really makes the Solstice class ships. So my number one ranking on the Celebrity class ships is actually going to be the Edge class ships. And I have been on the Beyond and the Ascent on the Edge class ships. I know these are the most recent ones. And this class of ship is just always blowing me away. It's so nice, so modern, so fancy. I love the Grand Plaza. The Grand Plaza is, of course, what makes this ship. Grand Plaza is obviously grand. You've got 3 stories of everything, restaurants, music, bars, so much. I also love this class of ship for, of course, Eden. Eden is a very unique spot at the very back of the ship. You've got its multiple stories, lots of seating, an incredible bar, an awesome restaurant, and of course, the best views. So, which class of ship is my favorite from both Royal and Celebrity? Any guesses? It's going to be the Celebrity Edge class ship. So, my favorite ship of all time is the Ascent or the Beyond, but I love this class of ship so much. It is my absolute favorite cruise ship of any other cruise ships out there in the world right now that I have been on. And I love this because it's classy. It has the best food at sea. It has amazing entertainment, and it has so many great places to hang out, to lounge, or to enjoy good company with. This is just such a great ship. I also think it's my favorite because of the size as well. It's not one of those mega ships from Royal Caribbean. And so once again, I've also been able to take this class of ship all over the world and go through so many ports. So that is why Celebrity is gonna be my pick for my favorite. I would love to hear from you guys, so leave me a comment down below. Which is your favorite class of ship and from what cruise line? Once again, if you found this video helpful or enjoyed it at all, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe so you're always updated with all things cruising and travel. Don't forget to seize the day, and I'll catch you in the next one.